Now, y'all know I'm not normally speechless about stories, but I just don't know what to think about this one. Listen to this story and then tell me your thoughts in the comments. So, a priest out of Detroit was overseeing a tour of religious relics, and he was arrested for allegedly putting a teenage girl's hair in his mouth and pretending to floss with it, and this was in front of her other fellow students. 50-year-old Father Carlos Martins is reportedly known for his work in exorcism and for hosting a podcast called The Exorcist Files, and he was reportedly charged with misdemeanor battery for this incident that reportedly occurred on November 21st of last year, so like 2 months ago. This was reportedly at a church in Joliet, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Illinois. So it was said at the time of the incident the girl was in line to view a relic of St. Jude the Apostle. This was part of a traveling exhibit that was led by Father Martins. Authorities claim that the priest went up to the girl and commented on her hair and then grabbed it before making a flossing motion with it in his own mouth. The girl also reportedly told police that he later sat behind her and made a growling noise. After an investigation, the Will County State Attorney's Office approved the battery charge against him, and he was just arrested on Monday 2 days ago. His lawyer called the charge unfounded, and it reportedly carries a $100 fine. The lawyer said the evidence will show that the priest did not floss with a teenage girl's hair, nor did he growl, among other completely false and repulsive accusations against him. The lawyer further said that the accusations were a takedown of a good priest and an attempted shakedown of the church, and that they were confident he would be exonerated. The attorney said that the exchange occurred during a presentation as he joked with approximately 200 other students who were gathered to see the relic. It was said, as he always does, the priest began his interaction and his presentation with chit chat with the attendees, and that he is bald, and he often starts jokes about him being bald as a conversation starter. The attorney said that during an interaction with the older students, he made a comment about a student's long hair and said, "You and I have almost the same hairstyle," and people giggled. He then said something like once he had long hair like hers, and then he was joking and said he would floss his hair with it. It was said his comment was meant as a joke for a teenage audience, and they all started laughing. He then reportedly asked the student if she had flossed with her hair ever, and she shook her head no, and then she laughed. The priest then said something like, "Well, you've got the perfect length for it," and that was as he picked up a lock from her shoulders, and that was to show her how long it was, and again, she laughed. Then it was said the girl shared her story with her family at home, and her father got pissed off and called the police. It was said that the event at the parish was then canceled, and that a bishop canceled further relic tour stops in that area. Then Father Martins was reportedly suspended pending an investigation, but then it was later said that he is entitled to due process, and I completely agree. Y'all, I don't like this. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he shouldn't have done it, but I truly feel like this was an innocent joke. Among all the other horrible things that's going on in our world right now, especially among priests and pastors and whatnot, and he's having his whole reputation and career ruined over a teen and her dad not being able to take a joke. Those are just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think in the comments, and for more content, because I'm not going to call this true crime because I don't think it was a crime, be sure to give me a follow, and if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe.